Good morning. I think it's still morning. Yep, it is. Good morning and welcome to Walk Before You Run. Today, I am not going to be long, but I want to take a look at Job 14 through 16. At least that's what I looked at this morning when I walked through it with my dad. Um, But I just want to read a couple of things from each chapter and then talk to you for a couple of minutes, and then I'll let you go read it for yourself. But chapter 14, verse 1 says, Man that is born of a woman is of few days and full of trouble. He cometh forth like a flower and is cut down. He fleeth also as a shadow and continueth not. Good morning, pumpkin. And this Job's conversation right now with his friends sounds like he has just finished reading Ecclesiastes. And so he is just thinking about some things that have happened to him that have not been pleasant. And he's just having a conversation. With true friends, you should be able to talk about how you really feel, not, gloss over anything, not try to sugarcoat it. But with true friends, you ought to be able to say how you really feel, and it be okay. And don't get judged by your friends. And I must say that sometimes when my friends have talked to me, sometimes I probably didn't respond like I should have, reflecting back on it, because hindsight is 2020, perfect vision. You can see all the things you should have done. And so Job is talking about, his life and the things that he's going through and how he's feeling about it. He has lost, his sons, he's lost his livelihood, he's lost his daughters, and he's just going through. And so he's talking to his friends about it. But sometimes our friends are looking at us, especially when you have a walk with God, looking at us to be perfect. But there's only one who's perfect. And so he's talking, and in chapter 15, one of his friends, Eliphaz, he starts talking, and he's kind of reprimanding, so to speak, Job for feeling like he's feeling and talking like he's feeling talking, especially when he's supposed to be an upright man, as he's been described by God. But there are times in all of our lives when life will hit us a blow that knocks the wind out of our sail, that kind of puts us in a spot where we're not our chipper self. And it's life, it's just a part of living this life and walking this journey. But he tells him, and I'm just going to read verse 2. It says, should a wise man utter vain knowledge and fill his belly with the east wind? Verse 3 says, should he reason with unprofitable talk, or with speeches wherewith he can do no good? And in short, he's just saying, if you know God and you're supposed to be a wise man, should you be complaining like this and talking like this, acting like you don't know who God is, or you don't know that He is in control? For He's basically telling him, you're talking like a person who doesn't know God. And I want you to read the rest of it for yourself, because now I am just going to drop all the way down to verse 21 in chapter 15. It says, well, 20 says, the wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ear. In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him. I want you to read the rest. So he's being reprimanded by his friend. Now, at first, he's just talking about, Job is just talking about, life can be tough. Some things come through, and you see that life can be tough. Then he listens to the counsel of his friend, and then Job sounds like he's complaining. So I just want to read just a couple, and I want you to go back and read it for yourself so you can just make a decision, let God guide you, and open your eyes to whatever it is he wants to open your eyes to. I was feeling a certain kind of way this morning, and so I asked God to show me something that was going to make me feel better, because I was really feeling a little down from something that happened yesterday. And so chapter 16 starts with, then Job answered and said, I have heard many such things. Miserable comforters are ye all. And drop down, it says, 6 says, though I speak, my grief is not assuaged. And though I forbear, what am I eased? But now he hath made me weary. Thou hast made desolate all my company. And so, now Job is starting to complain a little bit. But I mean, that's life. We do that. And God knows us better than we know ourselves. And so I like the fact that after you finish reading 14 through 16, you can go and check out Job, because then sometimes, we throw a small pity party, and then we realize we need to go talk to God, not complain, not feel sorry for ourselves, but we need to go have a conversation with God. Go to him, because you go to anybody else and it's a waste of your breath and your time, because don't take your problems to somebody who cannot solve them. So go to the person who can do something about your issue. Go to the person who can do something about your complaint, your problem, your situation, and that person is God. And so Job does have the wherewithal to go to God. And you're going to have to end up reading the whole book of Job to find out, what happens when you go to God with your problems, because he's the only one who can solve them. That's all I have for us today. I spent about 30 minutes talking with Thunder about these chapters, and it was good. One day I might share that with you. I did record it, but some things, when you're meditating and having devotion with God, sometimes that's just for you and not to share. And so I felt like that conversation we had today was for me, because I needed the strength of God to come and give me hope and give me strength and give me a smile on my face again. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you, baby girl. I encourage you to walk through the word of God before you do anything, before you live life, before you run this race, before you do anything. And always remember that we are all blessed so that we can be a blessing to someone else. I hope that something I say, maybe not today, but on any given day, on any other day, I hope that something that I say blesses you. Thank you. I'll see you next time.